Okay. It says going live, so the second it says you're live, which it says we're live right now, what is going on, everybody? RogersBase here with my live reaction to One Piece manga chapter 1069. This one is called All Things Are Brought into This World with Hope. And I heard from a lot of you that apparently the scans were kind of weird this week. So hopefully me reading the official translation will help to clarify a lot of things for you. Hope that you guys are excited because I certainly am. Let me pause this. Let me also put on my glasses and let's get started. Seeing Dufeld again for the first time in a very long time, seeing German Double Sixes, An Emotionless Excursion, Volume 26, Lone Shark King Dufeld's Charitable Research Lab for Peace, MADS. So, okay, he is funding MADS. I'm surprised he's alive, considering Stussy not only shot him with the finger pistol back during Whole Cake Island, but then he fell off Whole Cake Island as well. But, I don't know, it looks like he's lost some weight. He doesn't have the jowls anymore. He's looking kind of Chad-like. He's got the cigar. He's got the glass of wine. You've got the big laboratory behind it saying MADS presented by Dufeld with a little pacifist flag in the background too. The Research Lab for Peace. So naturally, there's going to be like a new MADS with Judge and with Caesar. That's where all this is going. We saw Caesar and Germa. Everyone's together. The rebirth of MADS just in time for the Egghead Island arc. You love to see it. Okay, what is going on? Let's get started. Boom! They destroyed Atlas. We're under attack. Why is Cypher Pole fighting here? So we're picking up right where we left off. Luffy and Lucci. Rob Lucci, Chopper screaming. They're serious about getting rid of Vegapunk? Pigeon guy, what are you doing here? This is a government island. Good point. We're the ones who shouldn't be here. Come on, Luffy, let's get out of here and go on up. It's the Straw Hat crew, those dastardly villains, and Jewelry Bonnie, too. But don't attack them, Lucci. Now that Straw Hat is one of the 4 emperors, we cannot fight without approval from above. That's right. What? That's also kind of funny, though, because I'm sure Imu and the world government wants Luffy specifically dead. But then again, I feel like they don't want to upset the balance of things, and now we got a new Yonko, so there we go. Okay. He's got that emperor clout, as the chat is saying. Okay. Take Bonnie, Jinbei. And Jinbei's looking over at Luffy. Be careful. So are we going to just jump into the fight? If we just jump into the fight, this will be a fire chapter. Each emperor has an entire operation beneath them. A little skirmish here could lead to all-out war. Inform the Navy at once. And they're like, yes, ma'am, whatever you say, Stussy. Also interesting to note that we're seeing Stussy, same chapter that we saw Dufeld in the opening as well, which I think is kind of cool. Okay. Hey. And he's running. Wait a minute. And you see Atlas all messed up. That's the kid from earlier. Also, really scary looking shot there where you've got the grid on the bottom. It almost looks like a training room floor. And Atlas with half her face blown out. I understand that it would be bad to fight here. ... However, oh man, okay. Chopper, can you help her out? I think this might be more up Frankie's alley. Don't interfere with this. This is an internal matter. But she made sure that we had plenty to eat, and you know that's the thing that gets Luffy on people's side. You feed Luffy, he is loyal for life. And Lucci staring right at him. Naval headquarters, oh my gosh, good. Akainu? The Straw Hats are on Egghead Island. What? You see? Now things are getting complicated again. Does this mean that Vegapunk learned about what CP0 was planning? Yes. And it seems that they barged onto the island in response. Well, it's a declaration of war at this point. I wish those brats would have talked to us first. If Vegapunk's recruited Straw Hat to his side, then we're losing out on a major source of combat power. Tell me, where's Kizaru? Oh, man. He's already on his way to Egghead Island for a prior operation. Oh, Kizaru's coming too? Tell Lucci to wait for the Navy to arrive. Yes, sir. Do not let him do battle with Straw Hat. Oh, my gosh. You know that means they're going to fight. Oh, good. Oh, my gosh. I skipped the page and I saw the next thing. Hold on. I'm seeing something cool with Lucci. Egghead, New World. We're jumping back. Chopper's running. Take it easy, Luffy. Think about what you represent now, Luffy. Jinbei's still running. You're going to cause an incident. Who's that? Did Rob Lucci always look like that? Quite a rare specimen. Astonishing speed. It's usually the case that awakened zone powers absorb and control the user's personality. Yo. Now here's a news flash for you, Straw Hat. You're not the only one who's gotten stronger. Cat Fruit, Model Leopard, awakened form. We are seeing awakened Rob Lucci. He's even got the flames around the side like Luffy. Yo. Also interesting that it notes here, as is usually the case with awakened zones, they absorb and control the user's personality. So now we're seeing, oh my gosh, dude. Lucci, no, we don't have clearance for this yet. And the other ones are screaming, Shaka, has the warrior in white appeared? Yo, it's the real Vegapunk. But he was just down there seconds ago. The warrior in white. I'm assuming he's talking about Nika, right? I'm sure he's talking Gear 5 Luffy. Tell me, what exactly is this transformation of Straw Hats exactly? Nami's like, we don't even know either. Isn't it his gum power? I guess that's true, because they don't fully know yet, do they? The whole thing about him being Nika and the actual fruit. Okay, so this is a good opportunity. He's going to fill him in. Vegapunk. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, I'm getting chills. Oh man. I looked over at the next page and I see Luffy upside down laughing. Meanwhile, I see Vegapunk lore dumping on the side. Even in the oldest books of devil fruits, there is no such thing as a gum fruit. What? What is that supposed to mean? I mean, he's always saying gum this and gum that. What a beautiful sight. Hold on, where's that? I want to play something in particular. Wait. This is my exact thought when I saw Vegapunk. Wait, let me type this. This is what I heard in my head. Where is the sound clip? Here we go. Turn my audio up for this one. This is exactly the thing I heard. He's looking down.
What is that melody?
That's the first thing that I heard. Was Sigma from Overwatch looking down going, what is that melody? What a beautiful sight. Wow. He looks just like a god who only appears in the oldest of texts, bro. This is what I'm talking about. A god? He's Luffy. You know he's a moron, right? He's trying to figure out what's going on. Indeed, the foolish and laughable warrior of liberation who brings smiles to all people. He is better known as Nika, the sun god. And there's that shot I just saw of Luffy upside down laughing with awakened Lucci behind him leaping. Nika. And you can see all the other Vegapunk assistants are like, there is no way. They're screaming. Nika, I never heard of that. You wouldn't have. Dude, even that shot of Luffy winking is so cute. You wouldn't have. It's a name that's been erased from the historical record. As long as people wish for him, his existence will never truly disappear. You got his eyes popping out. We're going Looney Tunes again. Da 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 da. All things are brought into this world with hope. What is he even doing? He's holding his head like Jack Skellington and swinging it down. Meanwhile, that's how he's dodging. And Lucci's just trying to hit him with the... Dude, I know there's people who feel mixed about Gear 5. I am not one of those people at all. I think like the goofiness of it, the looniness of it is perfect for Luffy. I feel like, I'll save this for my review, but I feel like this is still the perfect power-up for Luffy. This is hands down my favorite power-up that has been introduced since I have been live reacting to the series. So this dates back all the way to Gear 4, all the way to Snake Man, Tank Man, all that stuff. Gear 5 is like absolutely the best. We'll talk about it though. Or let me reread this again. I'm sorry. I'm getting overwhelmed. This is a really good chapter. All things are brought into this world with hope. Yes. Even devil fruits. What the heck does that mean? Devil fruits are brought into this world with hope? Wait. Every devil fruit is a possibility for human evolution that someone desired. What? So we're getting full on devil fruit lore. Every devil fruit is a possibility for human evolution that someone desired. If only I could be like this. If only I could be like that. All of those powers represent the many branches of the future of humanity. But that unnatural status is loathed by the sea, the mother of nature. Dude, this shot right here, too, of them clashing! The hockey clash. And Robin's like, what the heck is going on here? A fitting punishment for its sin. Obviously, it's why they're weak to the sea. This shot right here, the clash. And oh my gosh. With those, excuse me. Those with powers exist in different dimensions dreamed up by someone else before them. This is only my theory. Okay, so wait. So you see, you don't even need to debate whether any god or not exist. Wait, excuse me. My brain is frying right now at this. I'm going to read this whole thing again, just so it sticks in my brain. I'm sure this is annoying for you guys. I don't care. I need it to stick. Every devil fruit is a possibility for human evolution that someone desired. If only I could be like this. If only I could be like that. All of those powers represent the many branches of the future of humanity. But that unnatural status is loathed by the sea, the mother of nature. A fitting punishment for its sin. Those with powers exist in different dimensions dreamed up by someone else before them. But this is only my theory, so you see, you don't even need to debate whether any god exists or not. Isn't it just a fascinating world? Sanji, Frankie, and Usopp are all like me right now. What the heck does that mean? They exist in different dimensions dreamed up by someone else before them. So is that the will of D? Is the will of D, like, did they craft devil fruit? My brain is melting. Never in the history of us talking about One Piece or reading One Piece did I ever think that devil fruit users were in a different dimension. And I guess this is just Vegapunk's theory, so this might not necessarily be it. But I also feel like we're in the final saga of the story. If he decides to do this right now, I don't know. I'm seeing people saying Will of Dreams. James is in the chat saying Will of Dimensions. Maybe the D stands for dreams then. I don't know. The Will of Dreams? This is such a fascinating world we live in. That shot too of Lucci and Luffy fighting is so good. Sentomaru too? They're throwing everything here. Yo, this is supposed to be my day off. Punk, what am I doing here? Navy HQ Science Team Captain Sentomaru. Cypher Poles are friends. Pirates are our enemies. So I'm helping with CP0, right? Well, that's not the case, Sentomaru. You see, CP0 is threatening my life, in fact. He's like, what? Could you drive them off for me? He says, you want to turn me into a traitor? True. I guess I should have asked your opinion first. Well, we're looking at Seraphim Jinbei, Seraphim Hancock, Seraphim Mihawk. And, oh, man. Sentomaru, let me put it to you this way. This is a request coming from me, the man who took you in and saved your life. So, what do you think you should do? Sentomaru's like, talk about pressure. I don't want to go against the world government, but I might have to. 3 Seraphim. That's a heavyweight matchup. S-Bear, eliminate one of them. It's pointless, Kaku. They have the advantage. S-Bear, wipe out those agents. Dude, and then Sentomaru can command them. Oh, Drat, of course. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Here it comes. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is what I've been saying. This is what I've been saying, bro. This is what I've been saying for years. The authority. Oh my God. Order 66 theory was right. The authority chips we're carrying are outclassed by their privileges. Bro! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, dude! Oh, it's happening! It's happening! It's happening! Order 66 is happening! I cannot believe this! The authority chips we're carrying are outclassed by their privileges. And, Kuma, wiping down. We don't have the same rank on the Pacifista's authority hierarchy. That's what I'm saying, man. They were above. Even the 5 elders can't do it over a transponder snail. Pacifista. Pacifista authority hierarchy. 5 elders are at the very top. Then Dr. Vegapunk, Stella, and the Statalites. Then Sentomaru above that, and then the authority chip owners. I'm telling you right now, bro. I'm telling you. There's gonna be another authority hierarchy built in. At the very top, and it's gonna be Dragon and the Revolutionary Army. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Oh, dude. If we destroy the Seraphim, that's a blow to the government's property. You did not think this through, Lucci. Gum Maul Pistol. Dude, this fight alone is so sick. They could have just done Luffy Lucci this chapter with Gear 5 Luffy and Awaken Lucci. And they're giving so much. Gum Maul Pistol. Let's go then, Snake. Take the Straw Hats to the vacuum rocket. Guide them inside the Frontier Dome. Hawk, Shark, hold back CP0. I want. Oh, man. Oh. This is so good. And my brain is still. After the whole dreams thing and the different dimensions, like, what? Okay. Let's keep reading. We're not even done yet. There's still more chapter, bro. Chopper, I'm not sure I should believe my eyes. I know what you mean. They look familiar to me, too. All the ones with dark skin over there resemble the old 7 warlords. Did they make clones of us? Dude, and Jinbei's coming face to face with his clone. Yo, Axe Boy, long time no see. Don't call me by the name of my weapon, Straw Hat. Remember, we're enemies. So, you're gonna help Punk escape, huh? Yep, he asked me to. It's cool. See, they're not enemies anymore, now they're buddies. I don't know if that's supposed to be reassuring or not, but I hear you're an emperor now. And you got this weird look going on. Bro! Oh, Lucci! Oh, Luffy's gonna be mad now. Lucci hand pistol straight through Sentomaru. Blood shooting out his back. Oh, the claws. And Luffy screams, Axe Boy! Sentomaru's falling over, bleeding. We only need to erase their control tower. Now, you follow our orders, Seraphim. Doom. To be continued. I know we're going on break. I know this is quite possibly the last chapter of the year. But if this is how we go out, I'm content. If this is actually the last chapter of 2022, I know we might get one right after Christmas or on Christmas. But then that's it. But if this is it, they could not have ended with a better chapter. Full stop. I am still processing half of what went down during this chapter. The whole thing that devil fruits are born out of the dreams of people, and that maybe the will of D stands for the will of dreams, and that devil fruit users live in a different dimension, and they're weak to the sea, and the whole Order 66 authority chip hierarchy thing. This is a 10 out of 10. This is an unequivocal 10 out of 10. This is how you do a One Piece chapter. My glasses are falling. Where do I start? Where do I start with this review? I honestly don't even know. Let's work our way backwards. Awakened Lucci on this last page. Fighting Sentomaru. Awakened Lucci in general. The fact that he actually is awakened, and realistically, we saw him during that fight earlier in the chapter with Luffy. Luffy's gonna beat him, right? No doubt about it. Even if Lucci's grown as a fighter, all this other stuff, even if he's grown, Luffy is going to eventually beat Lucci. No doubt about it. No question. Not even gonna be a chance. So I think it was so smart of Oda to basically be like, look, we know, well, as the reader, that Luffy is going to wipe the floor with Lucci at this point, even if he is awakened. However, let's make Lucci a threat by having him take out a named character very early on in the same chapter they're reintroduced, I should say. It's been a while since the last time we saw Sentomaru. This entire final shot of him stabbing into Sentomaru, Luffy screaming, and then that final moment of Lucci saying, we only need to erase the control tower, and now you follow our orders, Seraphim. That adds to the mystery of the arc right now, because I do think there is a possibility in which Cypher Pulse succeeds in breaking the control tower and reversing the chips, essentially, and having them take control of the Seraphim, and then we potentially get Straw Hat fights versus the old warlords. I could genuinely see that happen, and that would be fire. Seeing like Boa and Mihawk and Jinbei versus members of the crew. And Kaku and Stussy that are there as well. Them potentially getting fights. The only thing is, I don't know how long the story arc is going to go on. With the rate that we're moving, though, we're already into Luffy and Lucci. So this could all fly. But I mean, if we see Jinbei versus his clone Jinbei, and clone Jinbei's doing the devil fruit powers, and Jinbei's going to be like, look, I don't need a devil fruit to beat you. I've got the control of the sea. I'm the prince of the sea. Boom, slams him down bruh. Zoro versus Kaku again, or Zoro versus the Mihawk clone. This is all the possibility with that one Lucci line at the ending. Because again, I feel like Lucci even knows there's no way he's beating Luffy. And again, they reiterated in the chapter that if they fight Luffy, that's basically like declaring war. And Kizaru's on the way right now too. I almost forgot about that. So we could potentially have Seraphim fights, Cypher Pole fights, and a Kizaru fight, all within this one story arc. The possibilities are literally endless. Oda can go in whatever direction he wants, and any of the directions would make sense. Which is, I love when he does that. It doesn't feel like he's making stuff up on the fly. This is so good. Don't call me by that name. And then seeing Sentomaru again, and then finding out that Vegapunk saved Sentomaru's life in the past, and that's essentially why he dedicated himself to be his bodyguard. That's interesting as well. The Pacifista Authority hierarchy, where you can see you got the chip owners, that also, by the way, kind of interesting, they're in little cubes. So I'm wondering did Law create these? Are these new authority chips that Law created using his power to put their hearts in? I don't know. I don't really know what's going on here. And then you see Sentomaru, and then you see Dr. Vegapunk, Stella, and the satellites, and then you see the 5 elders. I'm telling you, bro, there's going to be one more hierarchy above the 5 elders. It's going to be the revolutionary government. It's going to be built in. That's where this is going. I know already that's where this is going. or there's something else. The second they said the authority chips, I started losing my mind. Because I have been on that train for so long, saying there would be an Order 66 type moment, and the pacifistas are going to turn, and that literally happened in the chapter. We are looking at it right now. And Kaku and Stussy, they're doing their best to hold things down, but even Kaku was like, look, if we destroy the Seraphim, that's a blow to the government property. So again, Lucci trying to figure out some other way to do this, maybe taking control of the Seraphim and then wiping them out. And that's his plan, but yo, even that shot of the Seraphim Kuma slamming down on the ground is so good. Oh, and then seeing the... But this on page 10 is the thing that is truly like the bombshell of this chapter. And to pair it with a shot of Luffy versus Lucci, that is how he's choosing to do this lore dump. That devil fruits were all possibilities for human evolution that someone wanted. And then those powers represent the many different branches of the future of humanity. But that's unnatural, and so the sea hated it. Those with powers exist in different dimensions, dreamed up by someone else before them. So, I am so fascinated. Were they created during the Void Century then? Not the Void Century, the Ancient Kingdom. Devil fruits were, I'm assuming, created by Ancient Kingdom technology in order to propel human evolution forward. That the people of the Ancient Kingdom were like, look, we can help, we have the technology, we can build it. And the sea, whether that's metaphorical or literally the sea, went against them. And now I'm looking at this. The unnatural status was loathed by the sea, the mother of nature. Again, Imu spelled backwards is Umi, water. I feel like the mother of the sea could be Imu. Like a physical manifestation could be Imu. And somehow, because Imu's got the eyes, that maybe Imu cursed the devil fruit users. I don't know. But I feel like that line and this explanation leads me to believe that it was Ancient Kingdom technology that made the devil fruits and not what we expected all these years ago, unless technically this was like an ancient experiment as well, the Adam and Eve trees. Because I always thought that the Eve tree was going to end up being the tree that made the devil fruits, that all the devil fruits came from the Eve tree. It could still be that, and that the Eve tree was somehow like some science experiment of the Ancient Kingdom. But now that we're getting this information, I feel like, I don't know. I'm really, truly blown away. And that I love that Sanji and Frankie and Usopp and Nami, this is how they're finding out the thing about the Nika fruit. This is how they're finding out that it's not the Gum Gum fruit. The Gum Gum fruits never existed. What they've been told for so long doesn't exist. It's not a thing. These powers represent the many branches of humanity. I'm losing my mind on this. Even in the oldest of books, there's no such thing as a Gum Gum fruit. Even in the oldest of books on devil fruits. And then again, seeing this paired with Luffy's fight. And I'm gonna, real quick, I'm on page 8 as I'm moving my way backwards for this review. This is the other thing I wanted to bring up, where I mentioned that Gear 5 is like my favorite of all of the upgrades that Luffy got. I think in the last like 6 years, there has been more of an emphasis on power scaling in One Piece, and things have gotten more serious and like who can beat who. And I think Gear 5 was a really smart way for Oda to be like, none of that matters at all. Literally, I can have the characters do whatever they want, especially with this whole thing of like devil fruits being the manifestations of people's dreams and like the personality of the devil fruit taking over in the awakened form. I think this is brilliant. And seeing Lucci try his best to go against Luffy in this form. Luffy just dodging every attack, his eyes bouncing out at him, laughing around throughout the whole course of the fight. Like, I just think this is brilliant. This whole thing is brilliant. And then also seeing Lucci with the awakened smoke around him. Also, like, I don't know if this is just me. I don't know if I'm tripping, and the chat could tell me. I am almost more impressed by Lucci and his awakened form than I was with Kaido in Wano Country. Just based on the brief little thing that we're seeing. Where they're dodging all the attacks. Both of them are going blow for blow, hitting each other. But I'm almost more impressed because I feel like we expected this of Kaido because Kaido was an emperor of the sea. But Lucci is just a member of Cypherpole. Admittedly, he's an important character to the story, but when you think about his hierarchy within the world of One Piece versus Kaido's, that Lucci is doing so well right now, again, I feel like if they actually were to fight, Lucci's gonna get wiped. But that Lucci is playing this smart and dodging these attacks. I'm not saying like Lucci is stronger than Kaido or anything like that. Again, I'm just saying that I am almost more impressed seeing Lucci do this than I was with Kaido. Because we were told that Kaido could do this for so long. We were told that Kaido was the strongest beast alive. We were told that he was the emperor. And he got folded. And now we're looking at this, and Lucci is playing it smart. He's trying to destroy the authority chips. He's trying to destroy the control tower. He's dodging the attacks. He's being smart about it. He's being sneaky. He's stabbing Sentomaru. Lucci's awesome, man. This is great. I love this. I love this a lot. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Cat Fruit, Model Leopard, Awakened Form. Newsflash for you, Straw Hat. You're not the only one who's gotten stronger. And then even Kaku being like, don't do it, Lucci. Oh. And that line from Vegapunk earlier mentioning as the warrior in white appeared and then like bringing up the whole thing with Nika. Oh. God, this is good. This is so good. And Kizaru's on his way. The story possibilities at this point are endless. They really are. Oda could do whatever he wants. I'm here for it. I'm here for the ride of Egghead. There's yet to be a bad chapter. There's yet to be a bad chapter in this entire story arc. Every single one has been at least good. And so many of these chapters have been 10 out of 10 between Law versus Blackbeard and now this. This is so fire, man. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 chapter. I love it. This is why I read One Piece. The only thing I want to mention, the only other thing I want to bring up during my review that I didn't already touch on is this. On the very beginning of this chapter, this German Double Sixes and Emotionless Excursion, Lone Shark King Dufeld's Charitable Research Lab for Peace, MADS, I think now that I'm looking at this is a flashback and not actually real time. It's not him funding Mads currently to get Judge and Caesar back on their side. This is a flashback to tell us how Mads was created in the first place, and that this is probably how Dufeld ended up in the underground and becoming one of the emperors of the underground, was because he funded Mads in the first place. Chat is saying, yes, you are correct. He funded them back in the day since they were off the books. There we go. Okay, so I misread that then. I'm glad that I brought this back up during my review portion. That's definitely what it is. That's definitely what it is. That this is the past. This is Dufeld funding Mads in the first place. We're getting backstory on Mads that will probably eventually lead to seeing more of young Judge and young Caesar and them working together. Incredible. Absolutely incredible, man. Brilliant chapter. Loved this one. Loved everything about it. I wish we weren't going on break, but it is what it is. This is fantastic. Absolutely, positively fantastic. Now, I am assuming that for the thumbnail this week, I am assuming James went one of two ways. I am assuming that he either went with Vegapunk again, or he went with Luffy Lucci, or he went with the shot of Lucci killing Sentomaru. Those are my three guesses. Let's see what James actually drew for the thumbnail this week. Oh, he has an extra folder. 1069 assets, I guess. Okay, let's see this. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Where's my screen? Secondary desktop. Dude, look at this. So this one's a clear PNG. Luffy versus Lucci. Oh, let me go back. I love this new art style that James has been doing too. This like paint style. Absolutely fire. Drawing the two of them together. Luffy all clad in white. Lucci in his awakened leopard form. Slamming into Luffy. I am curious though. Let me see the full thumbnail. Let's see. Oh yeah, I love this background. Dude, the fire. The orange. Well done, James. James doesn't miss. He does not miss. Ever. He never misses. The GOAT. The legend. James in the chat saying there's no room for your face this week. I'll make room. My face, if I put my face in, will go right here. Right in the middle with them punching each other. I can maybe put my face like... maybe I'll clip this exact thing right now and I'll put that up there. Exactly, I'll put myself in the middle of the clash. Wow, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Stunning. I think, yeah, yelling in between is probably perfect. That's the great way to put my face. I love this, though. James, I think this painterly, Street Fighter-esque style is the way to go. I really do. I feel like this really makes the thumbnails stand out amidst all the other thumbnails that are out there on YouTube. And it has like just a really neat look to it. Like I feel like I could see this on a canvas in my room. Absolutely beautiful, James. Really, really beautiful. Rob said, Roger, you should look at the last page of chapter 409 and compare it with page 10 and 11. Oda doesn't miss. Okay, 409. Compare it with page 10 and 11? Let me see. I'm assuming that would have been one of 400 would have been Water 7, right? I'm assuming that would have been Luffy or Lucci. Let's see this. 1069. Oh, it says no, new chapter coming in 14 days. So we're literally getting a new chapter on Christmas. Okay. We're going to get a One Piece chapter on Christmas Day? When is the last time that happened? Okay, let me see this. So, okay, 409. Now, obviously, I will not be streaming on Christmas Day. I will be doing it the day after. Or I might be doing it after brunch on Christmas if we're not doing anything else. Then I might. But do not expect one from me on Christmas Day at the same time, because I'm going to be spending the day with my family. I'm not working on Christmas. All right, let me see this. 409. Pull this up. 409, okay. The Terrifying Broadcast. And what page is this on? The last page of 409. Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's really cool. That's cool seeing the clash between Lucci and Luffy again after all this time, but now they're in their awakened forms. Paired with their initial fight, 409 Luffy versus Lucci. Luffy on the right-hand side, Lucci on the left-hand side. Oh, this is cool. Really, really cool. And seeing how far the two of them have come now with their awakened devil fruit powers. Really, really, really neat. Wow, thanks for bringing that up. That's a really cool parallel. I love it. I love it. Well, James, once again, fantastic work on the thumbnail, buddy. You did absolutely great. I love that it's a parallel of the previous chapters. I just think this is fantastic. It literally is almost exactly the same, too. You see the punches, you see the shots of both sides, and then you see the clouds around them. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Wow. Well done, James. Well done. Okay, let's read some of these super chats, because we got a lot of them. Let me go all the way back. Let me see some of these, dating back to the 28-minute mark. Here we go. Richmaster super chatted and said, I enjoyed the chapter, but I did get spoiled on Vegapunk's theory, so I was actually expecting that. Oh, that stinks. I'm sorry to hear you got spoiled. Yeah, thankfully for me, I don't know, One Piece has not even been remotely on my mind this week, between the Game Awards and me traveling to San Diego, so I wasn't even thinking about the chapter, so I didn't see anything regarding this chapter at all. So I'm sorry for all of you that got spoiled earlier, but I'm good. David Ortiz super chatted and said, Luffy isn't using advanced hockey abilities, he's just playing around. I can't believe people think Lucci is on the level of Luffy. That's like saying that Lucci can fight Kaido. I never said that. I did not say that Lucci's on the level of Luffy. In fact, I clarified that Luffy is obviously stronger than Lucci. All I said was that I am more impressed by Awakened Lucci so far, considering his role in the world, than I am by Awakened Kaido. That's all I said. That wasn't me saying that they're stronger or weaker or whatever. That was me just saying what I'm impressed by. But you also might not be referring to me, so here we go. Hollow super chatted and said, it's literally inherited will and inherited dreams. Thoughts and dreams changing reality. The Devil Fruit lore is insane. Richmaster saying, I don't think dimensions is literal. I think it's more like beyond the natural or normal world. You could be right, Richmaster. I don't know. Vegapunk did say it's just a theory. Julius super chatted and said the cover page is a flashback. Oh, so a lot of these super chats right now are just correcting things that I already have corrected in my review. So apologies if I'm repeating myself with some of these super chats, but I just want to get to everybody. See, but this is why you got to donate after the review is over instead of during the review, because I might end up saying something that you said during your super chats. But okay. Flashback, and then it says, whoever desired to be a jacket fruit user was honestly a real freak. Exactly. If every devil fruit was born from somebody's dreams, who wanted to be the jacket of somebody else? Very good point, Julius. Very good point. Groovy Gear super chatted and said, devil fruits being someone else's dreams is actually fire. And Vanitas' manga reviews said, hey, Sentomaru, long time no... Oh, well, bye, Sentomaru. Just getting Sentomaru right out of there. Excuse me. Wart Galore super chatting saying, you want to play Big Run, Roger? I'm assuming you're talking about Splatoon, and the answer is no. I've been playing on my own off camera, but I'm not planning on streaming it. Wave Chappelle... Oh, excuse me. Man, I got the hiccups. Hold on. Wave Chappelle super chatted and said, what Stussy said about authority structure is cap. Dragon is at the top of the list for sure. We just don't know it yet. Exactly what I said. Exactly. Austin Smith super chatting, saying if devil fruits are the result of dreams, I wonder if they're like something like Hilulux's inherited will. Like the dreams manifest into devil fruits to carry out someone's will. Again, I am thinking it might be tied to like a science experiment of the ancient kingdom. That's maybe where they're going with this, considering Vegapunk's dreams and how Vegapunk wants to bring energy to the rest of the world and the punk records and all the information, and how Vegapunk mentioned that the ancient kingdom technology was even more advanced than what we were seeing in the story arc. I don't know. Pier Francesco Montalone, I hope I'm saying your name right, said, devil fruits incorporate the dream of somebody else. So it might not only be the dream, but also the personality of that person, with the prime example of that being Big Mom. Yeah, I am wondering, like, who wanted the soul fruit? Who wanted to suck the soul out of other people and use it for their own? That's kind of wild. Rob super chatted and said, it is kind of crazy thinking I called it way back when that devil fruits are actually born of people's dreams and desires. It's wild to see it confirmed now. And my boy Rob Lucci, this is a fire chapter, 10 out of 10, and we still have Kuma and Kizaru incoming too. I'm telling you, Egghead is shaping up to be an absolutely fantastic arc. Mike Man Cool coming through, donating saying, no Caribou this week, unfortunately. But seriously, this is one of the best chapters, not only of this arc, but of the series. I am so glad that I could be here in the chat to experience the sheer, unadulterated hype. I'm happy you could be here as well. I'm happy all of you who are in the chat right now, live, were able to experience this with me. If you were, leave a like on this video, and of course, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already subscribed. Make sure to subscribe. That way you can participate in the chat. That way you get notified of when I go live with my live reactions, which is every Sunday at 8 a.m. whenever there's a new chapter, except for the next one because it's going to be on Christmas. And I want to spend time with my family on Christmas instead of doing a chapter reaction. But I digress. Let's continue. Kami super chatting saying, don't forget Kuma's incoming. This is going to be hype. Hollow Avarice donated again, saying literally the core of the entire manga has been dreams. People have been talking about the Straw Hats' dreams forever, and now the power system is revealed to be powered by dreams themselves. Goda! Real Authority said, I thought you said there was a 3-week break. Well, I was wrong about that. Apparently, we are getting one on Christmas, which is kind of cool. David Ortiz super chatted and said, Lucci took out Sentomaru to get to the Seraphim. He sure did. Wave Chappelle super chatted again and said Dragon was even seen commanding Kuma all the way back on Kamabaka. Oh, you're talking about the authority thing. Okay. I don't know why I just had a brain fart. I thought when I read Kuma, I thought you were talking about Sentomaru for a second. I was like, Dragon commanded Sentomaru? No. You're talking about Kuma. Okay. But to be fair, Kuma's desires still overrode whatever Dragon wanted because he left to go save his daughter right now. So he's on his way to Egghead. So Dragon isn't commanding Kuma currently. Or maybe he is. I don't know. I don't think he is, though. Watashi Itachi super chatted and said, I wonder what Kizaru will do when he sees the injured Sentomaru. This is Sabaody V2 with Kuma incoming to save them the second time around and Kizaru making his way back in. Again, yeah, I think this is the clarification that we needed. I think just as Sabaody Archipelago was the beginning of the end of the first half of One Piece, Egghead Island is the beginning of the end for the last saga of One Piece. That's where we are right now. You know, we've seen this reverse theory about how other arcs are sort of playing against each other in different parts. I feel like you guys are right. This is the Sabaody of the second half of the series. With Kizaru and Sentomaru and the technology and all these new characters being introduced. It's wild. But it almost is like, it's almost laying in Water 7 things as well with Cypherpole coming back too. Wild. Wild. When we see Gecko Moria, do you think it's going to be Gecko S Gecko or S Bat? Says just another living thing. Who says S Bear, S Hawk, S Snake, which leaves Crocodile, Mingo, and Moria. I'm assuming S will be Crocodile, right? S Croc. I think S Bat might be Moria. Or S Shadow. Yeah, what would be Doflamingo? Maybe S Flamingo, right? That's an animal. Maybe S Flamingo. I don't know. It could also be S Gecko, though. We'll see. S Flamingo will be funny, though. Oh man. This arc rules. It really does. Where did I leave off? Let's see. Pass the Blunt super chatted and said, Kizaru versus Zoro? Bro, I am betting big bucks. Kizaru versus Zoro. Part of me thinks it's a little too early for that, but also that would be fire if we get Zoro versus an admiral during this story arc. But I don't necessarily think it's time for that just yet, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. I also do, though, wonder what Kizaru's reaction to Sentomaru being taken out will be. And if Kizaru puts down Lucci, not only for going against the orders of the world government by fighting Luffy, but also for hitting Sentomaru. I could almost see Kizaru just like, boom, sniping him and taking out Lucci. And then maybe getting a Zoro-Kizaru fight. That would be fire. I would love that. David Ortiz said, Kizaru also being the first admiral to fall would make sense considering what he did to the Straw Hats. But I really do want to see Zoro versus S-Hawk and S-Kuma. That would be fire. Oh, no. No, chat, don't start this. No. No, don't start this. Don't start this. My chat's going ZKK. We're moving. The goalpost is moving today. From Zoro killing Kaido to Zoro killing Kizaru. I don't think that's going to be the case. ZKK is returning? Oh, no. Don't start this again, chat. ZKK revived. Oh, man. Man, this chapter is good. This chapter's so good. Austin Smith super chatted again and mentioned again the thing about Hiluluk's spirit being turned potentially into a Sakura devil fruit. That'd be kind of cool. Firefist Sabo super chatted and said, Roger, amazing chapter this week and great reaction. I wanted to know how you think Kizaru is going to react when he gets there and sees what Rob Lucci did to Sentomaru. Exactly what I just brought up. I think there's potential for him actually taking out Lucci and Kizaru being the big bad of this arc, which is cool. I would love that. And then Sentomaru having to choose between Kizaru and Vegapunk. Actual family versus found family. I think that could be cool. Chenix Stewart super chatted and said, Yamamoto must be awakened as well with the same white cloud. I'm assuming you're talking about Yamato. Saying that Yamato must be awakened with the same white cloud. Maybe. Alejandro super chatting saying, I like to think that devil fruits were man-made using the imagination of people. Kind of like when people wanted to fly and so we built planes. That's how I was reading it, Alejandro. That essentially the ancient kingdom created them in order to bring about people's dreams. That's exactly the way that I would have described it. Right. That people in real life, we've always dreamed of flying, and so people created the way to fly. And now we have airplanes. Exactly. You hit it right on the head. Exactly, Alejandro. That's how I'm seeing all of this. Mike Mancool super chatted again and said, I also wonder what is needed to make a Seraphim. What if they made an ace Seraphim from the time he was in Impel Down? That would be really cool. I've seen other people bring that up pretty much ever since the Seraphim were first introduced, so you are not alone there. Colin Parker super chatted and said, maybe the voice of all things is a tree of life that the kingdom used to make devil fruits. And that will be Yggdrasil, the sacred tree in Elbaf. Look, I'm not writing anything out at this point. Maybe. Kevin Bovers super chatted and said, opening narration, inherited will, the destiny of age, and the dreams of people. These are the things that will not be stopped as long as people continue to pursue the will of freedom. The will of D, destiny, or dreams. I do think stocks for people who think the D stands for dreams went way up this chapter with Vegapunk's speech. I'm also so curious, when people were saying the scans were off this week, what were they saying? What was so off? What was translated incorrectly? I'm curious. Watashi Itachi super chatted again and said, when dreams are fulfilled, devil fruits will disappear? Oh, that's maybe interesting. That could be kind of cool, that maybe the devil fruit doesn't manifest again if the original user fulfilled their dream. That's kind of an interesting idea. I like that. Because we've always seen that there is a way for devil fruits to go to another person. They go to the nearest fruit if you die. So I'm wondering if, maybe once someone's dream has been fulfilled, or the dreams of humanity have been fulfilled, there's no need for devil fruits anymore. That's kind of cool. I like that a lot. It's a neat theory. Roro Noah Luffy super chatted and said, do you think Kizaru will fight Lucci for what he did to Sentomaru? Talked about that a little bit earlier. I definitely do think that's a possibility. Trafalgar Katakuri said, Roger, I was wondering, do you think Shanks Dragon have some type of secret alliance currently and maybe are in cahoots to steal the Nika fruit? I don't think Shanks and Dragon are in an alliance, and I don't think they're trying to steal Luffy's devil fruit. I don't. I think maybe Shanks would have initially wanted the devil fruit, which is why he stole it in the first place. But I don't think Dragon wants his fruit, no. I think if anything, Dragon would like to use the power of the fruit to ignite revolution, but I don't think he literally wants his son's devil fruit. Interesting idea, though. Lixogram super chatted and said, I am almost convinced, now that the Eve tree is the Adam tree, that it's been renamed, maybe by Emu. Usopp in chapter 612 mentioned the connection. After all, does Eve not come from Adam? That's a good point. Good point. Garrett saying that Egghead's becoming top 10 out of nowhere. King Kaiju super chatting saying, I told everyone Lucci ain't going down easy. There will be no wash. Uriel super chatting saying, is it possible that the reason why Joy Boy awakened was due to the hopes put on Luffy to defeat Kaido? Will Luffy's Gear 5 become stronger with people's dreams, wishes, and hopes? Maybe a Genki Dama moment for Luffy? I'm assuming you mean like give me your spirit energy? Like basically the more people who want Luffy to succeed, the stronger he'll get at the ending? It's kind of a cool idea. I like that. Carter-san super chatting saying Rob Gucci. And Alejandro super chatting again saying for 1070, I really do want Luffy to fight the Seraphim. That way he fights all the OG warlords. But Roger, what question do you need answered next? What do I want to see answered next? I mostly just want to see Kizaru show up and see what he's going to do to Lucci. But also I kind of want to know the exact description of how devil fruits were created. I want to know the true backstory of how devil fruits were created in the ancient kingdom. I guess, honestly, more than anything else, with what Vegapunk is bringing right here to the table, and what we know about the ancient kingdom and their old technology, I think more than anything else, if I had to say I want one thing out of the rest of this arc, but I don't want to set the expectation for myself, would be the truth of the will of D. Like, actually laid out what is the will of D. I would like that. But again, at this point in the story, with this being the final saga, I really don't have any expectations. I don't have anything that I need answered at this point. I'm kind of just enjoying the ride. And whatever Oda gives us, I'm happy with at this point. Because I feel like because we're so close to the end of the series now, it's less fun for me to theorize what could potentially be the end of the story. I kind of just want to enjoy the ride. Which was not the case in previous story arcs, but this one I'm sort of just letting wash over me. So, that's where I am right now. Yeah. Thoughtful Free Space became a member for 20 months. Thank you very much. Saying, I love how the Seraphim here are the characters that help the Straw Hats. I'm wondering if the hierarchy shown is false and that Vegapunk is actually at the top. That is true that, yeah, all the Seraphim here are Kuma, Jinbei, Boa, and Mihawk, who all in some way have helped the Straw Hats throughout the course of the story. Very good point. Very good point. IDK super chatted and said, when Blackbeard attacked Amazon Lily, the Marines were told to wait for HQ before confronting him. So believe me, it's not just a Luffy thing, it's more of a Yonko thing. Scrump super chatted and said, do you think Nika is real, or is it that people's hopes for him made him real? I think it's the latter. I think it's more that people's desires wanted someone to free them, and thus Nika manifested, if I had to guess. That essentially Nika is the soul within the devil fruit power, and that other people who have the Nika fruit essentially manifest as the sun god. But in reality, there was no sun god. People prayed for the sun god, they dreamed of the sun god, and then the sun god came to fruition. That's my guess. Yeah. Trippin said, there's news about One Piece tomorrow. I'm already aware of that, but I can't talk about what that news is going to be because I am involved with that news. But if you tune in tomorrow on the 12th, there will be something One Piece related that I can talk about, but I can't quite say what that thing is yet. I am currently under embargo. So, but again, if you tune in here tomorrow, there will be a video regarding what that news is. So, yeah, there you go. All right. Where did we leave off? Where did we leave off? We left off with Eto. Etosis super chatted and said that mad ship looks exactly like the one that Frankie's flashback, the mad ship looks exactly like the one from the Frankie flashback that pulls up after getting hit by the train. I have to go back and look. If you tweet me the two panels together, that would be a huge help. For the time being, I'm just going to believe you. But yeah. Amarul Tempest super chatted and said, my theory before is D stands for devil because on Law's flashback, Corazon said D is the enemy of the gods. Now dream and desire, so what more could the D be? I mean, I could also see that D could be the enemy of the gods if D stands for dreams, when the gods of the world, right, are the celestial dragons. And that they don't want people's dreams to be fulfilled. They want to control the people. So there you go. What's wrong with question mark super chatted and said Akainu has the last poneglyph? At least that's what I think. And that all the pirates have to go through him to become Pirate King? That'd be kind of cool. Lucifer said, what's up, Roger? I just want to know or let you know that your next volume of Hunter x Hunter uploads are low. So could you please turn it up a little bit? Thank you. I wanted to let you know that the volume of your Hunter x Hunter uploads are low. Could you turn it up a little bit? Lucifer, I would like to fill you in on something, because maybe you're not aware of the fact that I've been uploading Hunter x Hunter every single week alongside the new chapter releases. Maybe you're not aware of this. So let me actually show you physically where you can read my Hunter x Hunter chapter reactions. I do them every single week. I do them every week on Twitch after One Piece. Let me pull this up a little bit. So let me go over here. Boom. Boom. Let me go over here. Secondary desktop. Boom. So you go to RogersBase Plus, you will find all of the Hunter x Hunter reactions. Make sure to check them out. You'll find them there. But they're all right there. I've been streaming them on Twitch. I was actually debating uploading the Hunter x Hunter reactions as part of my One Piece reactions at the end of a week now too, because I know that a lot of you are reading Hunter x Hunter and that I could potentially separate them and have them all as one giant stream. Oh, you mean the audio, the sound volume. Oh, not volume is in the amount, but volume is in the audio. The audio? Wait, give me a second, hold on. The volume is low? Boom. Hunter x Hunter, manga chapter 397. This one is... It sounds normal to me. I mean, the audio volume sounds normal to me on the video. I assume you meant the volume in terms of the amount of Hunter x Hunter videos that I've been putting up. I thought you just didn't know that I was uploading Hunter x Hunter videos, and you were saying, hey, the volume of your Hunter x Hunter videos is kind of low. You got to crank those babies up, get those numbers up, pump up those uploads. Maybe you are talking about the audio, but again, the audio is totally fine. So, I don't know. It was totally fine for me. Okay, well, interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, let me go back real quick. Let's see what else people are talking about. It's low, but maybe people just need better speakers or better headphones. No, I mean, if it's low, I could crank it up. That's fine. I could just, I mean, I record it with the same setup that I record my YouTube streams with, so I'm assuming it would be exactly the same. That is weird. Maybe it's a Twitch volume issue that most channels I watch are quieter compared to YouTube. Interesting. Weird. Real weird. Well, thanks for letting me know, Lucifer. Appreciate it. I will look into that. I will look into that if you were talking about the actual volume of the videos. And again, if you guys want to see my Hunter x Hunter uploads, they go up on my second channel every week. Mike Moore said, good morning, Roger. Make sure to check out chapter 218, page 14 and 15. That's the ship that disappeared 200 years ago, and also the Devil Fruit lore hint. All right, let's look back. Chapter 218. Let's scroll all the way down. Let's see. $218. And what page is that? 14 and 15. Okay. Anything man can imagine is possibility in... Wow! Is possibility in reality. Wow!
A vision.
That is really, 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 really cool. Wow! That's the ship that disappeared 200 years ago. How cool is that Oda had this idea way back in Skypiea? Amazing. Wow. Again, it's page 14 and 15 of chapter 218. Wow. It's the chapter that Robin joins, where she says her specialty is assassination, and the ship is falling from the sky. Once again, Skypiea proves to be an important story arc to the story. Oh, man. Hey, shout out to Maxim. Maxim's coming through in the chat today saying, I don't know how I feel about Lucci being this strong and Sentomaru this week. But either way, hashtag we Nika boys this week. Yo, Maxim, shout out to you, buddy. Great seeing you in here today. Lovely, lovely chapter. And honestly, I kind of like Lucci being strong. I like that Lucci stocks are up. I've always liked Lucci as a character. I think it's cool that he's actually putting in the work, becoming an awakened Devil Fruit user. I'm digging it. But thank you, Maxim. Appreciate the donation. Appreciate that, as always. One of the goats, one of the absolute goats in the community. Can you show the panel? I'm not going to show the panel, Dr. Hives. You can look up the chapter yourself. If I show the panel, that will be an instant copyright strike, and I don't want to do that. So you can look it up yourself. Chapter 218, pages 14 and 15 of One Piece. There we go. Let me see. Where do we leave off? Fizzy Krista 91 super chatted and said, what do you think Kizaru is going to do when he finds out what happens to Sentomaru? We brought that up earlier. I think he's probably going to fight Lucci. Richmaster super chatted and said, one theory I've seen is that the darkness fruit is the most evil because it literally steals the dreams of others. That's a good idea. Mr. Fan 09 super chatted and said, the will of D could be desire, and those with D could create devil fruits in the past, and that's why they're enemies. Excuse me. That's why they're enemies. What Rouge was able to do with her body was unnatural and possible through her desire to protect Ace. Could be desire, could be dream. I don't know. SO super chatted and said, this is a repeat of Sabaody, Pacifista, Kizaru, Sentomaru. I do hope Luffy shows a big feat when they all threaten the crew and shows why he is truly an emperor of the sea. Monkey Thief super chatted, said, could it be possible that during the Void era, ancestors of the Will of D were enslaved and dreamed for a savior, a god, God Nika? We brought that up a little bit earlier in the stream too. James Trefoya super chatted and said, in regards to the evolution of people, is it a coincidence that all of the human fruit users can become giants in some capacity? Oh, that is kind of interesting, right? You've got the giant Buddha with the Hito no Mi model Buddha. You've got the giant version of Chopper as well, eating the actual Hito no Mi using the Rumble Balls. That's kind of interesting too. Yeah, I didn't even think about that every Hito no Mi user has become a giant in some way. It's kind of cool, actually. I never would have considered that. That's neat. Good eye, James. Just Another Living Thing donated again and said, I wonder if the human fruits are from the dreams of fishmen who wanted to escape racism. Maybe. Noah Hoshlaya super chatted and said, just a quick thought that the cloud-like scarf on an awakened zone form looks cool, and I like that it's not just to Luffy, but to others as well. And once again, great work as usual, Roger, on your live reaction. Thank you very, very much. We still have tons of super chats to go. Holy mackerel, wow. Godspeed super chatted and said, since we have the lore for devil fruits, the devil fruit started during the void. So I think that maybe Toki desired her devil fruit to be the travel of time during the Void War. That could be interesting. Time travel is something that people dreamed up for years, so wouldn't be a huge surprise to me if Toki was the originator of it. I think that could have been kind of cool, actually. Rajin Shima super chatted and said, given Vegapunk's theory, what does Blackbeard know? And are devil fruits dreams? And why can't Why can't we eat 2 of them, but he can? I don't know. But he clearly knows something. Bree Guy super chatted and said, awakenings could be based on users' desires. I feel like we're getting a lot of repeat super chats now. So I would say, to those of you that want to super chat the same thing at this point, save your money. Save your money. You don't need to donate to me. I appreciate it. But we're reading through a lot of the same stuff now. Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna get through super chats that now are ones that we haven't brought up. Ronald the third super chatted and said, this chapter reminded me of Noragami. I'm not familiar. What is Noragami? Let me see. Oh, it's a manga series. Yeah, I have no familiarity with this, so I'm not going to read all this right now, but if you want to fill me in on what that is in the comment section, that would be greatly appreciated. Let me see. Pass the Blunt donated again and said, I want to know if Dr. Vegapunk would know anything about Zoro's Grim Reaper while on the Sunny. I also want to know what the heck was going on with the Grim Reaper. Somebody asked me earlier, what is something that I want to know? That is something I do actually want answered, and I want to know what was the deal with that. What was up with the Grim Reaper? That's actually something I do want a exact explanation for. David Ortiz super chatted and said, I don't see Kizaru taking out Zoro. He's got advanced Kakuros Haki and the highest defensive power in all of Haki. The King of Hell techniques taking off limbs or leaving scars would be cool, but I just don't think Kizaru is going to take out Zoro. I think I'm right there with you. I don't think Kizaru is going to kill Zoro. I also don't think Zoro is going to kill Kizaru, but I do think it would be really cool if the two of them clashed. That'd be really neat. Andrew Dittman super chatted and said, the theory for the original name of devil fruits was dream fruits, but the government changed it and maybe put people's fear of the devil in there instead of fulfilling their dreams. Oh, the devil fruits' original names were dream fruits. I actually kind of like that. And that the world government renamed them devil fruits after the Void Century. I love that idea. Especially given what we know in this chapter now, that they are essentially the manifestations of people's dreams. I love the idea that the world government is what renamed them devil fruits. That's really, really cool. Yeah. Zekin said in the chat, did you see the Robin episode? Yes, Zekin. In fact, I uploaded my live reaction to Robin versus Black Maria. That is on my YouTube channel. If you scroll over here and you go to my secondary desktop and you scroll down to my shorts, you get my full live reaction to Robin versus Black Maria. So if you click that, you'll find my reaction to last night's episode. So definitely check that out. Yeah. Let me see. Where did we leave off? Randall super chatted and said, has anyone brought up similarities with the abandoned ship that Frankie found in his backstory and Mad Ship? Somebody else did actually bring that up earlier, but I have to go back to the exact chapter. I don't think there was a chapter marker for when somebody brought that up, but I would love to see the Mad Ship versus the one that Frankie found. Because then, potentially, well, I'm not going to go there. I was going to say maybe Frankie's parents are somewhat involved. That's one step too far, I think. But, interesting. 358 is the exact chapter? All right, well, let's go take a look at it then. 358 is the chapter where we see the ship that looks like the Mad Ship. 358. The ship that Frankie found. Okay. Let's see. Nobody's here, an abandoned ship. Waste, wood, scrap, iron. I fit right in. Oh. Oh! This is totally it. This is totally it. That explains how he was able to make the weird body modifications, is because it was an abandoned, like, laboratory. That is totally the right ship, too, because you can see the clock. Wait, let me go back. My mind is blown. Dude, this is the ship. It's got the lines underneath it. And you see the... Oh, man. If that's the case, that would be absolutely incredible foreshadowing. That the ship that Frankie found after getting hit by the sea treen that he turned himself into the cyborg with was the Mad ship. That explains how Frankie got his body. Wow! Do we know how many years ago that was? Exactly. Do we know the exact time frame? That was 10 years ago. 15 years ago or so, people are saying? 10, 15 years ago? He was 26. So 8 years before the time skip. So 10 now. Because then I'm thinking, that might be it. Timelines line up with this being the Mad ship. I would love this. I would absolutely, positively love if that was the case. But then I kind of want to know what happened and why did the ship get abandoned fully? Like, I want to know the full story of what happened with Judge and Caesar back then and Vegapunk. The only difference being that the ship that Frankie found has a sail. Let me see. Dude, my mind is blown here. Also, I would, if this is the case, if this is actually true, and Oda indeed lines this up, I would give Oda a little bit of slack, because again, this was drawn a long, long, long time ago. Man. Wow. That's incredible. If that ends up being true, that's incredible. Man. Man. I'm glad you guys pointed that out. 358. I might have to do a short about that or something later. That's incredible. That is like actually mind-blowing Goda moment right there. Jeez. Ryan Addy in the chat just said, Roger, I remember when I was talking about my final exams a couple weeks ago and you wished me luck. Well, luckily, I graduated college. Hey! Congratulations! Cheers to the Straw Hats, you and everyone else. Ryan, a big knock-on on Ryan for graduating college. Yo, fantastic. Fantastic. Wow, how cool is that? Whew. Sheesh. Where did we leave off with these super chats? Trafalgar Katakuri said, what I meant in my earlier donation was that it was the first stolen fruit before Luffy ate the Nika fruit, and that Dragon knows of the importance of it. So going back to the Shanks and Dragon potential connection to Nika. Got it. Sanji versus Kizaru would be so cool. Totally agree. Sanji versus Kizaru would be awesome. I don't know if that's necessarily happening during this arc either. I do think Zoro would probably be a better opponent for Kizaru. I feel like if Sanji fights Kizaru, that would maybe be his like endgame opponent and not his opponent during the story arc, but who knows? We'll see. Lucifer super chatted again and said, oh yeah, I was talking about the audio. It's just a bit low. The ads are a little bit higher, but your last 3 uploads were much louder. Yeah, it must be something when I'm recording them on Twitch that the audio screws up. I'll just boost the audio before I upload it to YouTube next time. Thank you for letting me know. That was also very good, because then I was able to let people know about the secondary channel where I'm uploading the Hunter x Hunter stuff, so no problem. David super chatted and said, I don't know if it's already been said, but my theory is that Zoro's in the process of creating a devil fruit, the human model Ashura. Hold on a minute. Because that would be really cool. And an awesome explanation about the manifestation of his dreams and his desire. And how he basically looked death in the face and this Grim Reaper appeared. The idea that Zoro might be the first character to create a devil fruit in real time using his dreams and desires, potentially utilizing the technology in Egghead Island would be so sick. I would love that. That the Grim Reaper is the manifestation of his desire, so that like the devil fruit, if the Grim Reaper went into a fruit or something, that if someone ate that devil fruit, they would become Ashura. Yo! The Grim Reaper was his desire, a devil fruit based on Zoro. His dreams. Yo! That is so cool. I love that idea. I really, really love that idea. That's a really, really, really neat theory. Good to bring that up. Man, you guys are blowing my mind with the theories during this week's chapter. This is unbelievable. Wow. David Vickery, shout out to you, man. Really cool. And Andres Garcia super chatted and said, Blackbeard did say that a man's dream never dies. I don't know, maybe that could have ended up being a hint. I just want a Zoro-Sanji fight versus Kizaru, LOL. Things are ramping up quick. I'm excited and sad at the same time. By the way, how was your trip to San Diego? Any go-to spots? Yes, actually, I will give 2 recommendations. One was to Farmer's Market in Little Italy in San Diego. They had an amazing squid ink spaghetti. Shout out to Farmer's Market. And the other one of the best breakfast places I've been to all year. Shout out to Morning Glory in downtown San Diego, also in Little Italy. It is on the top floor of the Little Italy Plaza. Really cool looking restaurant, amazing food, amazing drinks. They had like a peanut butter, hot chocolate mocha. I ended up having a German pancake, which was this huge like souffle pancake with powdered sugar and lemon. It was delicious. Their bacon was like pork belly, really thick slices of bacon. If you're ever in San Diego, shout out to Morning Glory. Go there for breakfast. And also, the San Diego trip may be a hint to what I'm under embargo for and what the One Piece news might be tomorrow. So again, tune into my YouTube channel tomorrow. There will be a short video going up regarding my experience in San Diego and how that ties to the One Piece news tomorrow. So look forward to that, but that's all I can say. I can't say what else it was related to. There will be photos, there will be shorts, there will be videos. Look forward to it. Shadow donated and said, 2-piece main character eats Zoro's devil fruit. No, not 2-piece. The main character of the next series eats Zoro's devil fruit. Oh man, that's so funny. Not 2-piece. And Chaos Lurlin donated and said, we already know high levels of hockey can affect devil fruit powers. Maybe only those with Conqueror's hockey can dream devil fruits into reality. Maybe a good idea, Chaos Lurlin. Maybe only those with Conqueror's hockey can dream them into reality. I mean, to be fair, Zoro's got Conqueror's hockey. So again, it'd be cool if it was his manifestation. I think that'd be great. Rob, meanwhile, in the chat's like, what kind of devil fruit Sanji cooking up? Wow. Andres said, awesome, I know where I'm going for brunch today. I'll let you know tomorrow how it went when I tune into the video. By all means, definitely do it, Andres. Yeah. If you're in San Diego, highly recommend Morning Glory. Yeah, I guess it's only 9:30, so you could totally go over there if you live there. Exactly. Look it up. You will not be disappointed. I'm telling you, it's really, really a good restaurant. Excuse me. Finally. Wow, we are almost an hour and a half into this review reaction. Wow. Excuse me. Wait a second. I keep having hiccups during my live reactions recently. I don't know what's going on. Is Morning Glory the one that's semi-near the con center with the Dutch baby pancake? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's in the Little Italy area. That's exactly the one with the really... Here, I could show you guys photos of the restaurant. Wait a minute. I'll show you. Hold on. I will literally... I got to be careful with what I show, though. Hold on. I don't want to leak the news for tomorrow. But I can definitely show my meal. So first off, this is the bar at the restaurant. Look at that. I don't know if you can really see on the video, but there's like an eyeball that tracks you when you walk in. Look how cool that is. And then I mean, it's like straight up a one-piece restaurant almost. It looks like a place Oda would love. So this is what Reagan got. She got the souffle pancake. Really, really delicious. And then I got this was the peanut butter chocolate mocha right there. Delicious. It was in like a giant goblet. And then, where was my German pancake? Ah, right here. Dude, this was so good. Also, they had amazing hash browns. Their hash browns were like little potato cakes. They were so good. Here we go. And then this was my German pancake. I'll turn it this way so you guys can see it. Look at that. All the butter in there, the powdered sugar, and it was huge. Absolutely huge. I was stuffed the rest of the day. Absolutely delicious. Also, their bathroom was super cool. Look at the bathroom in this restaurant. It looked like a terrestrialized raid den from Scarlet and Violet. And then the sink was like this golden swan thing. Just a really cool place. Really cool place. If you're in San Diego, go to Morning Glory. Great restaurant. Also, it was pretty affordable, too. You see a place like that and think it would be like super fancy and super expensive, but it wasn't at all. So, highly recommend. Mimsy said, bro, why are you always taking bathroom photos? To be fair, I'm the only one in the bathroom. It's not like I'm taking the photos. But I'm saying if there's a cool bathroom at a restaurant that I've been to, whether it's, the one we talked about with Maxim, when Maxim and I went to the Ivy Asia in London, and they had the weird animatronic peeing samurai guy. I don't know. The bathrooms in certain restaurants can get you to go back to the restaurant if they're cool enough, so. The Gundam Cafe bathroom in Japan was just as amazing. See, there you go. The dream to have the coolest bathroom of all time in your house. Will that dream manifest into a devil fruit? Who knows? The toilet no me. The doo-doo fruit. Oh, man. No, fantastic stream today. Really fantastic. No Resman, by the way, super chatted and said, I think Roger had a rubber sword and Shanks wanted that? A rubber sword? Maybe, I don't know, who knows. Either way, I want to give a shout out to all the members this stream, all the people that re-up their memberships. I've said this time and time again, the members are the ones that keep the streams going, that keep the lights on, that keep me able to do what I am passionate about instead of just what brings in the views. I cannot stress enough how much I appreciate the love and support that my members send me. You guys are the absolute best, so I always love to give a shout out to all the members that have re-upped their memberships or become new members on the stream today. So let me give a shout out real quick to Lil Celery, Satwick 256, Mashman, BK Henry 1991, Michael Cody, Yoshi Pudding, scroll down a little bit, Noah Hashla, James Trefoya, let me see, who else? Gabe D. Champ, Thoughtful Free Space, Legendary Boss Hunter, Ethan Schaff saying thank you for the hype reactions. Appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Trafalgar Katakuri. Who else? Watashi Atachi. Thank you very much for becoming a member. And I think that wraps it up for new members today. But shout out to all of you who've become members. Also, if you are a member or you're considering becoming a member, I actually just uploaded the newest episode of my audio-only series for members, which is called Roger Rambles, in which I sort of do like a once-a-month behind-the-scenes look at what's coming up in the world of RogersBase. So if you've ever wanted to become a member, you can start all the way down at the lowest tier, get access to the emotes, get access to the Roger Rambles. Greatly appreciate it. No Resman donated again and said, yeah, I think Roger's sword ate the Nika fruit. That would be incredible. That would be really, really cool. And one last super chat coming from Bradley saying, what if Vegapunk's theory of people from different dimensions who dream of having this or that is actually referring to Oda and the people he's talked to? Like, you think it's a meta commentary on the different dimension and the devil fruits being dreamed up by Oda? That would be kind of wild. I don't think that's the case, but I don't think the series is getting that meta. But it's an interesting idea at the very least. Would certainly be different than anything else, and certainly would not be something that anybody was expecting in the series. So, all right, well, thank you all. very, very much. Greatly appreciate you all being here. Hour and a half long review today, but you know what? Totally worth it. 10 out of 10 chapter. Lots of really cool theories. I want to do like a little short about Frankie's boat being the same one as Mads. I think that's so cool. I think there's a couple things, honestly, in here that are really neat callbacks. So thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Nakama!